So, according to a request from one of my viewers, I was asked to sell this pin right here on your screen. There's a lot of YouTube videos that describe how to sell a pin. It's also a common interview question, at least supposedly, that a lot of people in the sales business will ask. And what I'm going to attempt to do today is using the techniques and the skills that I have as a salesperson, explain to you how I would sell this pin right here on your screen. My name is David Duford at davidduford.com, where I help insurance agents like you become top producers. So thank you so much for joining me. So how would I sell this pin? Well, it's very simple. First of all, I believe the best thing you can do when you sell anything, a pen, books, services, is to figure out what makes the prospect tick. Figure out what their values are. Figure out what it is that they're looking to accomplish. So, for example, if someone said, sell this pen, I would say, okay, great. Mr. Jones, my name is David Duford from the greatest pen university ever. The reason I'm here today is to inform you about this new advancement that we have with these wonderful ballpoint pens. And before I get started doing anything, I'd like to spend some time getting to know you and what it is about what you do in your business. And then I would progress to asking questions about what's your job title, what do you do here, how do you utilize pens, what is your experiences using pens? Have you ever been in a position to where your pen broke? How did that make you feel? What do other people use these pens for? What do you really like about the pens that you currently use? What about the pens you don't like? If you could change one thing, what would it be to get a better pen experience? Sounds kind of corny what I'm talking about, but understand the point is that in the sales process, what you should be spending time doing in the initial aspect of your presentation is figuring out what value the client places in whatever product or service or problem that they have. You need to know this information, and the only way you're going to find it out is by digging deep, figuring out what is going on in their business lives in order to figure out if your solution is a good fit, or at bare minimum, figuring out how your solution fits the best to that client. So once you have an idea of their circumstance, you've pre-qualified them, as I like to say, then I move to an educational style presentation where I teach the client on what my pen does and where it's going to be an improvement upon what they have currently. So let's say, again, I'm making all this stuff on the spot. I find out that their pens commonly break, they commonly run out of ink, and the provider, the vendor who provides them is late in shipments. Then if it is true in my organization, then I'm going to tell them how my quality ballpoint pens here hold up 50% longer than the average pen. As you write through them, they have ink that's smooth, that gives a beautiful delivery where people can legibly understand what you're saying. So your interactions with your clients and your employees is easier. You're going to have less frustration and going to have more efficiency in doing your work. And the nice thing is we hand deliver all of our pens straight to you using our specialized courier service. So you never have to wait another second. When your pens run out, you've always got a working inventory to pull from. So we can reduce your inventory issues. We can improve the quality of your usage of them. And it's going to make your business life that much easier so you can go on to worry about your actual business to make life that much better. So in this educational standpoint, again, running stuff off the top of my head, I know it sounds cheesy, but the takeaway from this is that when you go to sell something, whether it's a pen or anything else, is that you match what you're selling and educating the client on to what the problems the client had. The client doesn't care about half the crap that your product does as much as it cares about the one or two or three things that relate directly to its problem. I mean, think about buying a vehicle. The problem with vehicles is that, especially in selling and marketing them, is there's so much about the vehicle, from the engine, the transmission, the the size of the wheels, the speed, and different prospects will value different things. I might have a mom in a minivan, and the real thing that she's concerned about is how the seat feels, or how big the cup holder is, or whatever. Whereas a man may be considered he may be concerned about the safety factor or how fast the minivan goes. So, but you wouldn't know what those values are until you have basically done a fact finder to figure them out. And that fact finder is what we did earlier on in the pre-qualification section to determine that this is something that that there is a problem with, and now I've got a good idea or opportunity to show them how my product's different and can add value. So notice I haven't talked about price. Again, you don't talk about price with most products. You want to build value first, and then once you've established how your product can add value and make the life of your prospect better, that's when you go to the close. You go to the offer, and there's different ways that you can close. So if I had a client where we agreed and I trial closed, meaning I tested their temperature, if you will, and say, hey, so far, what do you like? How do you like this so far? What do you like about my pens? Yeah, I really like the idea that it's more efficient and it won't break and that I'll have them on hand when I need them. Great. Well, let me give you some ideas about how we can move forward with a trial basis or a package to just try them out for yourself. So different strategies you want to use in the close. You want a risk reversal. You want to have terms or have first-time minimums. I believe with selling anything like a pen, you want to make sure that you make them a customer, okay? A lot of the time, that is the most important thing, is to transact some kind of business. You want to get as much business as you can, but even if you can't get it all, and you can just get a foot in the door, that leads and affords you to the opportunity for more sales down the line as the client expands or as the needs of the client changes. So if you're in a sales position, then you want to be in a position where you're offering a risk reversal. Try 5 pens out, no money down, we'll bill you in 10 days. If you don't like it, let me know, send them back or don't keep them, and we'll never bill you. This is our way of letting you try these out without any risk whatsoever. Or perhaps, here's 100 pens you can pay in 30 days. We have net 30 terms. Or, we don't want you to buy 100 pens off the top. All we'll do is sell you 1 or 2. If you like it, great. Then we'll set you up on a regular recurring order. Any way to get the sale is how you should do it. And when you make the sale on a pen and you're doing this in an interview or you're doing any kind of sales presentation, the key thing is to ask for the business, okay? You get what you ask for. So here's our offer. Try 10 pens out, cost free. You don't like them, we won't charge you. It's $30 a month for 10 pens that we hand deliver to you. How does that sound? It could be as simple as that. Can we move forward? Or what is your middle initial? If you want to go and be bold and start filling out the application, that works too. But you got to close on the pen question. And if you're in an interview, make sure you ask for the business. That's going to be probably the biggest thing in many of these people's minds. So that's how I'd sell this pen. And more importantly, my hope is beyond just the idea of selling the pen, because these are popular videos for salespeople to do and popular questions, is that you understand what sales is about. That's more important than just getting this interview right. You need to understand that sales is about figuring out what problems the client has through effective fact-finding and questioning. And then you need to custom tailor a presentation that's built upon solving those problems the client has and showing how your product solves those problems, and then coming up with an offer that's impossible to refuse, that's easy, that makes it easy to buy, because the riches are over time. In many cases, when you sell anything, no matter what job you're going into, I pretty much can assure you that the majority of the sales or income you're going to make are on repeat purchases. And getting good at just getting someone to become a customer is absolutely critical to your long-term success, no matter what it is that you sell. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please thumbs it up. Share it with other people as well. And feel free to leave a comment below if you have one. My name is David Duford, again, where I help insurance agents become top producers. If you'd like to learn more about selling insurance, go to davidduford.com. Thanks for watching. See ya.